Good morning, welcome back to the John Muir Way and Seton Sands. It is a glorious March morning for the moment. Hopefully it's going to be like this all day. Tide's out, wonderful views along the coast here. Looking forward to this. So 11 or 12 miles today to North Berwick. I've just come up on the bus, got the tram from Ingliston into Edinburgh, and then the 26 right out to the terminus point, which stops just here at the holiday park. It's quite a long journey, maybe about an hour from the city centre. We'll get the bus back from North Berwick. But looking forward to this one. It's a beautiful day, right along the coast. Probably a few golf courses. Should be good. So see you on the trail. Weather always helps on walks like these, but this is just a fabulous start to the day. Tide out, sandy beaches, some of the shells down there, maybe we've picked a few up, so I'll have a look at them later, show you some of these. I don't even know what they are, sort of conical shells. One's a massive oyster shell, or a mussel shell, or oyster I think actually. Fabulous. So I think most of the day is going to be like this. It's certainly going to be quite sandy underfoot. There's a good breeze at the moment as well. Just in the distance there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parasails out over the water. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh. Route's got us up on the scrubby dunes here, but I think if you want to, you can just walk along the beach as well. It's not going to be too much of a hassle getting to and from the path. It's just so nice to be away from that endless grey that we've been having. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Can finally see the Pentlands, Arthur's Seat, the castle, and even the bridges and the Fife coast. Must be super exhilarating riding one of these things. Not sure I'd want to be out on the water at this time of year though. It'll be a tad chilly, I would expect. They all look like they're in dry suits, which will make a difference, but perfect day for them. Quite a stiff breeze, and for once the wind is coming from the west, so it's shifted. It's been coming from the east for so long, the past 6 months, so back to the prevailing wind. The official route is actually a bit back from here. It's maybe a couple hundred metres behind, just following a road, but I'd much rather come down here and just walk along the edge. Now these things are right along the coast here, and you can probably guess what they are. They're part of the defences in case of an invasion and during the Second World War. So they've just never been removed. I think looking at how well they've been put in, it's not been worth the hassle, but it's a fantastic piece of modern history. These defences are right all the way up the coast. It's fantastic with the tide out, just being able to walk across the beach rather than up by the road there. It was a wee bit treacherous. The seaweed on the rocks is very slippy. There's a tide time table out at the last car park there as well, which is useful. So high tide around about 3 o'clock, I think, at this time of year. This, I think, is the entrance to Gosford House. Now, I'm not sure whether you can visit. Judging by the fact there's a bus stop here, you might be able to probably during the summer. I'll see if I can dredge up some information on it and pop it on screen. But I guess probably open to the public. various times of the year. I love the shapes of the trees here. I'm not sure exactly what they are. Beech or sycamore maybe? I don't... It's difficult to tell. I guess the winds kind of force them into all these gnarly shapes. Oh, fabulous, it's like a wildwood. I think the sycamore. Where are they? I don't think they're beech, although they look like beech, but their buds are wrong, but they are beginning to bud, so it won't be long before they're out in leaf. It's another old fabulous church, Aberlady Parish Church. It's a beautiful building. And that tower looks like it's a good age. See if there's a... And even better is the old mountain block. A very pretty little town, this. Yeah.
I use the Xbox to basically put them into a tray or something.
The water is actually crystal clear in these. I think my feet are going to get damp on this as well. We're not going to be going across the bridge, but I think continuing to follow the road round to the right here. We've maybe got about 2 miles left to go into Gillane. Just another castle on the John Muir Way. I don't know how many is that we've passed on the route. Somewhere between 2 and lots, I think, is the answer to that. Unfortunately, it's quite a long road walk at the moment. And boy, is this road busy today. He says there's no traffic passing. But it's just been a constant stream of traffic coming past us. Fantastic old Ducot there. Brilliant. I don't see many of those about anymore. It's in pretty good nick as well. Oh, happy to be off that road and back on a nice surface. Now we're right in the middle of golf course country. I'm not sure if this is where they hold the Scottish Open, this course. I know it's Gillane they use, but the course is very busy today anyway. Well, we got quite a few deer down there in the field. Gillian just poking out in the background. So about a mile and a half there, and I think that's about the 3/4 point of the day. But it's been super so far. Helped by the wind. We had a bit of a wind assist, which has been good. Oh, there we go. We're getting a bit of a closer view of North Berwick Law now. So can't be that far away from it. Must be no more than 4 miles maybe. But the plan is when we do the final section, we're going to split that in two, but we'll start by going up the Law, I think, and hopefully it'll be a good day. We'll try and get a good day for that one. Oh, it's nice, we're getting a little bit of shelter from the wind here. And it's really blowing at the moment. The golfers will be having an interesting day, I would imagine. Right, I need to put the tin helmet on because we're about to cross the golf course. This is some place. It really is. Again, totally different to any other day we've had on the John Muir Way. A complete and utter contrast. I'd probably go as far as saying that the trail seems to be split into three. So you've got the first section maybe to Kirkintilloch, which is, it's not mountainous, but it's around the mountains of Loch Lomond and the Trossachs. It's quite spectacular. You've got the Campsies. Then you've got the next third from Kirkintilloch along the canal, the industry of central Scotland, the Roman Wall, and the coastal section up to Cramond. Then you've got the last third, which is the walk through Edinburgh, and this on the coast and out into links country, really, as in golf links, sand dunes and all that nonsense. So anyway, we'll be trying to find a wee cafe for a cup of tea, I think, and maybe a baked spud. Well, it's looking a tad bit busy. As nice as Gulleen is, unfortunately it's just been a road walk out. I think we've probably got somewhere in the region of 1.5 kilometres, 2 kilometres on the road, and it's been a steady stream of traffic today along this road. We should be turning left, I hope relatively shortly, probably up that line of trees, I think, maybe. But certainly we're taking a bit of a circuitous route to North Berwick, not direct. So from here I think we've got about another 4 miles to go for the day. Some kind of airfield there, and the walled garden behind. And I'm not sure how you pronounce this. I think this might be Durlton House, Durlton House, Durton House. I have no idea. the mystery of Scottish place names that even the locals don't know how to pronounce most of them. Well, the John Muir Way has definitely reverted to type. It's been tarmac all the way from Gillane. You can just see the pimple of Berwick Law popping out the trees there. So still maybe 3 miles to go, but we're away from the road now, which is great. And there's a solar walk here. They've been posted with information about the planets along this. In fact, here's one here. So past one about Uranus, Saturn. What's next in the list after Saturn? Is it Mars, possibly? We'll see. Let's see if we're right. I suppose Mars or Jupiter is the best bet. I'll watch this, it'll be Neptune. Jupiter, there we go. So, solar walk. If you want to know about it, there's a QR code there. There we are, so Mars. I guess this is the big ball at the end there is probably going to be the sun. So what it actually is, it's a scale model of the solar system. Here's Earth. There's the Earth. Just a few metres away from Mars. And actually it gives a really good impression of just how big the solar system is. Venus, Mercury, and the Sun. There we are. So it's a 1 in 3.6 billion scale model of the solar system. Fantastic. There we go. I'll smile at the sun. And we are diverting from the cycle route down this way. Always stop if there's one en route, just to spend a few seconds looking at the names and at least remembering some of the names. But what a beautiful old church here. Really. And the manse. But I think we're coming up to the end of our tarmac section, which is a relief. Route's been pretty busy today. We've actually passed a few walkers who are doing the John Muir Way, but it's one thing I'll say, it's been one of the busier routes just that I've walked, certainly for locals using the paths. That comes with being in quite an urban area. dog walkers and the like, but it's great to see a route being used, even if folk actually don't know that they're walking part of a long distance route. We've completely lost the sun this afternoon, but that's how close we are to Berwick Law. Unfortunately, we're taking the scenic route. So that's maybe about a mile away as the crow flies. I think we've still got about 2.5 to go through the fields here. Bet that's a fabulous place for bird watching.
Yeah.
Yes. Frustratingly, the path doesn't actually come up to the beach or the dunes. So if you were just to walk straight along it, you miss out on something like that. That is fabulous, the little island there. I think, is that Bass Rock?
Yeah, I think so.
That must be Bass Rock.
Yeah.
And then if I turn round, you'll see Berwick Law there, so we're not that far. You maybe just make out the signpost for the path down by the wall there.
Aye.
So it's, oh yeah, totally worth just coming that couple of 100 metres off route to the beach. And it's been like that really all the way along since Musselburgh, since we got to the coast. There we are, gradually creeping closer. Can just make out the whalebones on top. Although I don't think they're real whalebones anymore. I think they're cast concrete or replaced at some point. But hopefully if we get there, or get up there on the next stage, we can see a little bit more about that. But aye. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see. Just creeping up to the tree line. Oh, and there's a few more just popped out the tree line. There we are. Well, it's a clear path. So as we're just on the outskirts of North Berwick now, so maybe a mile and a half or so into the centre, but it's been a good day. I've enjoyed the first half a bit more than the second, and that's probably reflected in the amount of footage I've taken. But it's been a good day. It's been a different day, and having the sun out this morning, walking along the beach, are just fabulous. Views back to Edinburgh. Finally seeing the Pentlands, Arthur Seat and the castle, and even the bridges in the distance. So still really enjoying this trail. And once again, I've got to say, I've been impressed by it. And exceeding expectations. It's been a bit of a walk up this road since we got onto it, but some of the property is like every house is a castle up here, certainly further back. Quite incredible. I love the old beach edge though. We're coming to the end of today's walk on the John Muir Way, and we're getting close to the end of the trail, just another 14 miles to do, but I think we're doing that over 2 days. So I hope you'll come back and join us for those once we get round to it. If you're enjoying this series, please leave a comment below, even give us a thumbs up, or even consider subscribing. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye for now.